Today, on Be Something Wonderful, how to become one with your desired reality. This is big. I am your host, Tom Kieran, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, welcome back. I heard from you, and there was a question on, Tom, I'm a little confused on the idea of detachment or not attaching to outcomes or not attaching to my wish fulfilled. It feels like I have to give up my desire. It feels like I don't. Then it feels like the opposite of focusing on what I want. Could you unpack that? Well, guys, we're going to unpack this today and more. Here's what I want to say, and there's a lot of talk in the manifesting world about detachment or non-attachment or not attaching your desires, but it simply means this. Hear this. Attachment is the resistance or fear from believing you won't get what you want. Hear this. I'm going to hit this again. Attachment is the resistance or fear from believing that you won't get what you want. So when we talk about non-attachment, we're talking about releasing that fear, releasing that resistance. We're not talking about releasing your desire. You don't have to give up anything, right? In the idea of detachment is always positive. Detachment is total trust in that higher power to bring you what you want. Detaching from the outcome means you don't need to be shown it to believe it. Hear this. It's total trust that the higher good, that your wish will be fulfilled in that higher plane. Right? That's what detachment is. And really, when we're attached to outcomes, when we're attached to needing our wish to be fulfilled, to be happy, we feel like we have to do things to get it. Right? And normally those things that we have to do, they feel negative to us. So we feel like we have to do negative things to get a positive thing. It doesn't make sense. We think we got to do X to get Y. If X is something we don't want, we're saying that X equals Y. What you want can never equal what you don't want. Do you hear the insanity of this? Let's unpack this a little bit more. Here I want to start with this tremendous quote that I've talked about before in various videos, but we're going to hit it from a different angle tonight. This is from Dr. Joe Dispenza. He says this: if an atom is 99.99999% energy and 0.00001% physical substance, then you are actually more nothing than something. Hear this. We're more energy than we are manifested physical reality, right? So to change, this is what Dispenza says, you must be greater than all the things physical in your life. Wow, this is big. And what happens? Well, we believe that when our desire manifests, that 0.0001% of physicality, when you can see it as part of that 0.001%, then we'll be fulfilled. But hear this. This means that you're focused on a puny 0.0001% of nothing. And so the 99.9999% of the time you're unfulfilled. Hear this. You can't get there from there. Right? Imagine if you're spending most of your time, if most of who you are is unfulfillment, and you're unhappy with that, then you can't get ever to fulfillment, right? Remember, you're always on the journey. Most of your time, most of who you are is in the state of being fulfilled. Hear this. I want to unpack this a little bit more. So, attachment means putting all of your attention and focus on the 0.00001% of 3D reality where your desire has not manifested yet. Wow! This is it. Look at this circle. Think of the circle as the ultimate reality. This is entire reality. This is all that is and all that isn't. And then in that dot, if you see that dot, that's the 0.0001% of physicality. Everything else is unlimited potential, yet your focus is here, and you're unhappy with that. right? You're looking around and you see that your desire hasn't manifested yet. And so you're totally zeroed in on that dot when all the rest of it is unlimited potential. All the rest of it is where life is. Wow, this is big. You're focused on that as unwanted, right? That's it. So remember, what is feeling a wish fulfilled? Feeling a wish fulfilled is 100%. It's a total feeling. It's an absolute feeling. It's the feeling of ultimate reality within you. Hear this. Within you. It's the accumulation of the 0.0001% plus the 99.99999%. That's wish fulfilled. Yet if you focus just on this small, puny, unwanted, because you believe it's unwanted, because you don't see your wish fulfilled, then you're going to feel unfulfilled all the time. Hear this. If I have my desire, then I will be fulfilled and happy. That's what you're saying. If I have my desire, if I have that manifested in 3D reality, 0.00001%, then I will be happy. But the rest of the time then, the 99.9999% of the time, I will be unhappy. Wow, look at this, right? This is where you're saying you'll be happy. But yet you're unhappy if it isn't manifested. This leaves you predominantly unhappy. So now, guys, let's really see what this really means. Let's unpack this a little bit more. So, current 3D reality, manifested, unwanted. That's where your focus is, right? You are focused here. And then what you want then is you want your future 3D wanted reality, also the 0.001%. That's attachment. You're attached to that, yet you don't want what already is. Either way, in both instances, you're focused on unwanted. And you're focused on what you want, but knowing that it's not manifested yet. That leaves you with attachment. Wow, guys, this is big, right? You got to detach from needing the outer world to change, to be different for you, to be happy, whole, and complete. You've got to detach from needing that 0.0001% to be different than it is. In fact, bring it into the whole, right? This gets down to the be, do, have paradigm where we have it backwards. We say when I have my SP, for instance, my specific person, I will get married and then I will be happy, right? We're going from have and then do and then be, right? Or you say if I work hard, if I work hard, if I do this, if I work hard, then I will have lots of money. I will have, and then I will be fulfilled. The same thing. You've got it backwards. You're either thinking you have to do something that's not desirable to get what you desire, or you can, if you have something, then you can do something, and then you can be happy. All of it's backwards, right? Have, do, be. Do, have, be. You've got to be it to have it. You've got to be it to do it. That's how it works, guys. Detach from that needing the outside world to be different. It change, right? Let's unpack this a little bit more. So this is big. Hear this. This is big. 99.99999% of reality creation is done before you see any physical evidence of it. That's why you can be happy now. It's already fulfilled. You just haven't seen it in the 0.0001% yet. Wow, that's big. 99.9999% of that nothingness means it's already created. It's already done before you even see. The joy truly is in the journey, right? Your life really is about the journey. If it's not, you get stuck in that 0.0001%. Right? And so you're always going to be, remember, in life, we're always in a state of unfulfillment. That's where the power is. That's where the party is. That's where life is. That's where the enjoyment is. Because we're always on the path to manifesting something. Right? Right? We just get stuck, focused on this 0.001% of physicality. And totally blow off the 99.9999% of who we really are. The energy that's creating and in constant creation. Wow, that's big. So if you measure fulfillment By the physical evidence in 3D, you spend your whole life in unfulfillment. Hear this. If you measure fulfillment, happiness, or completeness, being complete, by the physical evidence in 3D, you spend your whole life in unfulfillment. So unfulfillment is gonna mean fulfillment to you, meaning being on the path is gonna feel fulfilling. It's gotta feel complete, right? The non-fulfillment, or the 99.9999%, is where the action is. 100% of all that is available to you right now, right? It's a matter of appreciating all of it, appreciating and loving that 0.00001%, right? And bringing it into the whole of who you are, right? And this is big. We're going to unpack this a little bit more. It gets deeper, guys. It gets deeper. You don't just perceive, hear this. You don't just perceive the world through your senses, seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, and smelling. You create it. This is big. You create the world through your perception, through your senses. Through your 3D senses, you filter out 99.99999% of reality that could be perceived based on your assumptions and beliefs. Whoa! Let's pause here because this is huge. Hear this. With your physical senses, you can only detect that puny, that paltry 0.00001%. And with those 3D senses, you filter out the other 99.999% that could be your reality, that is forming and alive and full of unseen manifestations, right? Mental equivalents of what you want. Wow, you contain all realities within you, right? You just shift or tune into the reality of your wish fulfilled to receive or perceive your new reality. That's how you do it. And you can't shift when you're stuck on that 0.00001%, or when you're attached to the future manifestation that will be in the 0.0001%. To do it, you've got to shift realities or tune in to another portion of that 99.99999% of reality. Right? And remember, when you do that, you receive it. It's almost like you're a radio or a TV where all the programs are on there. You've just got to change the channel and zero in, tune in to the radio station or the program that you want to tune into. You contain them all. You contain all the frequencies. You contain all the programs. Right? But you're just focused on what's playing now, or the channel you're on, or the channel you can see and perceive. Wow, that's big. So let's hit this a little bit more. So try this. Shift to a new reality. We've talked about this before, but let's hit it from a little bit of a different angle today. So identify your wish fulfilled, your new reality. You know what you want. Identify it, right? The new you, right? Then relax in that alpha state. Right? That's getting in a total relaxed state, almost akin to sleep. It doesn't have to quite be there, right? It doesn't have to be delta. It can be alpha. Move to that 0 point zone of just I am awareness. Just that. Breathing in and out, right? Relaxing totally. Don't condition it. Just I am. I am that I am. I am, right? Then, as you do that, see that new version of yourself. See that new reality and occupy it, right? It doesn't have to be a perfect vision. Feel that new reality. See that new reality in your mind's eye, right? In your imagination. Feel the fulfillment and gratitude of being in that new reality. Right? Then dwell in that fulfillment without trying to make anything happen. Right? Now what happens? Remember, imagining is really two things. One, it's visualizing images. So you send images out, but it's also receiving images of your new reality. Allow it all. Visualize what you want, what you can, and then receive the rest. Right? Receive the rest of that 99.9999% of who you really are, of the energy. You are mostly nothing, meaning you're mostly everything. Wow, that's big. You're mostly potential. But we get fixed on the already manifested, which is not potential anymore. It's a done deal. Right? Go within to that potential and be, do, or have whatever your heart desires. So remember, you can't rail against current 3D reality or what is, and at the same time be connected and one with your wish fulfilled. You can at one point reject what is and say, I don't accept that, and then at the same time be in that feeling, that loving, that whole state of wholeness, oneness, and connected to your wish fulfilled. They don't go together. That's what keeps you stuck. Right? You're getting stuck on that 0.0001%. You're stuck not accepting it or rejecting it or not comfortable with it or feeling that your wish won't get fulfilled, getting attached to the outcome, starting to feel that you're not going to get what you want. Right? That all keeps you attached. You can't be in wish fulfilled. You can't be connected to the whole of who you are when you're like that, right? So what do? Accept it. Integrate it. Integrate that 0.0001% into the whole, right? Integrate it into the whole of who you are. Fully integrate and identify with your new future self and reality, right? Instead of expecting something from it. Right? Instead of trying to get something from that new reality or thinking you got to do something to get it, just identify with it fully. Become it. Merge with it. Right? Know it. It's not about the universe giving you anything or God giving you anything. It's about you merging with a greater part of who you are. A greater part of that 99.99999%. Going beyond the 3D senses. Right? That defines that 0.0001% and receiving more of who you are. Nothing comes to you, rather it comes from you. Hear this. This is so big. We've talked about this, I know, but never in the way we're talking about it today. Nothing comes to you, it comes through you. In fact, it comes from you. Wow, this is big. That is how to become your wish fulfilled. That's how to merge with your desired reality. That's how to become one with your greatest desires. I am your host, Tom Karen, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification button, like and share our videos. That's how we get our message out. Hit us up on Facebook at Be Something Wonderful, on Instagram and Twitter at Tom Karen. Our website at tomkaren.com, at besomethingwonderful.com, or write me anytime at info@besomethingwonderful.com. I always love to hear from you. With great love, this is Tom. See you soon.